Hello. Have you noticed that your grip feels weaker lately? That it takes a bit more effort to open jars, hold onto a steering wheel, or lift your grocery bags? Maybe you've brushed it off as a natural part of getting older. But what if I told you that a small, daily habit, one that seems harmless, even healthy, might be the real reason why your hand strength is fading? Yes, it's true. An everyday snack, likely sitting in your pantry right now, could be the culprit silently draining power from your hands, and you are not alone. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, nearly 33% of adults over 60 experience noticeable declines in hand strength, a factor directly tied to overall mobility, independence, and even longevity. This isn't just about your hands. Weak grip strength has been linked to increased risk of falls, difficulty maintaining balance, higher hospitalization rates, and even shorter lifespan. In a groundbreaking study from the Journal of Gerontology, researchers found that seniors with poor grip strength were more than twice as likely to suffer functional limitations compared to their peers. And here's the kicker. Most of them didn't know it was happening until it was too late. This decline rarely begins with a dramatic injury or illness. Instead, it's quiet, gradual, hidden in the foods we eat, in the substances we trust, in snacks we were told were good for us. And one particular category of snack, rich in hidden sugars, preservatives, or inflammatory oils, is wreaking havoc on your joints, muscles, and nerves. So, what's causing your fingers to feel stiff in the morning? Why do your hands fatigue faster than they used to when gardening, typing, or carrying groceries? The answer may not be in your muscles, but in your metabolism. As we age, our body's ability to process certain food ingredients changes. Inflammation increases, circulation declines, and even nerve conduction slows. All of these factors conspire to erode grip strength and fine motor skills. The most alarming part? Many of these snacks are labeled heart-healthy, low-fat, or good for energy. But for older adults, especially those managing blood sugar, arthritis, or cardiovascular issues, these foods can act like slow-acting toxins to your joints and muscles. In the following sections, we will reveal the surprising biological links between diet and hand strength, the dangerous snacks to avoid, and the specific nutrients your body craves to restore power to your grip. You'll also discover exercises, physical therapy tips, and a 7-day practical plan that can help you reclaim control, independence, and dignity in daily life. But first, pause and reflect. Do your fingers feel less nimble than they did a year ago? Have you dropped items more often? Is opening packages a little more frustrating than before? If so, keep reading. Because knowledge is power. And today, you might just find the key to reversing this quiet decline. And if this message resonates with you, leave a comment below with your age and how your hand strength has changed recently. It helps others feel seen. And it may just spark a powerful conversation. Let's begin. It's easy to think that hand strength is just a matter of using your hands more, lifting weights, doing grip exercises, or kneading dough. But in reality, the foundation of strong, steady hands begins at a microscopic level. It starts with what you eat. Your body is a sophisticated machine, and like any machine, it depends on the right fuel. When your nutrition falls short, even slightly, your muscles weaken, your nerves misfire, and your joints inflame. That's especially true for the intricate system of bones, tendons, and muscles in your hands. Let's begin with magnesium, a mineral that's often forgotten, but absolutely vital. Magnesium acts like a gatekeeper for muscle contractions. Without enough of it, your fingers can twitch, cramp, or stiffen. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, over 50% of adults over 60 are magnesium deficient, and many don't know it. Low magnesium impairs grip strength, slows recovery after exertion, and increases inflammation in tendons, especially in the wrist and knuckles. Next is vitamin B6, a powerful supporter of nerve health. Your brain and hands communicate through a network of nerves, and B6 helps maintain that communication. A deficiency can lead to tingling, numbness, or even burning sensations, symptoms often mistaken for carpal tunnel or arthritis. For seniors with diabetes or long-term use of acid-reducing medications, B6 levels can drop sharply without warning. This subtle nutrient deficiency can create a cascade effect, diminishing dexterity and precision in hand movement. Closely tied to B6 is vitamin B12, critical for red blood, cell production, and nerve sheath protection. Low B12 levels have been linked to poor coordination, nerve damage, and weak muscle control. One study in the Journal of Neurology found that adults over 65 with low B12 performed significantly worse in hand grip tests compared to those with adequate levels. Seniors following vegetarian diets or taking metformin should be especially mindful of B12 intake, as their risk of deficiency is higher. Then comes omega-3 fatty acids, often associated with heart and brain health, but equally crucial for your hands. Found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, omega-3s reduce inflammation in joints and boost circulation. They help keep the tiny blood vessels in your fingers open and oxygen-rich, preventing that cold, stiff feeling that so many older adults experience. Collagen and protein also play a major role. Collagen gives structure to your tendons and ligaments. Without it, the tissues around your knuckles weaken and lose elasticity. Meanwhile, high-quality protein fuels the rebuilding of muscle fibers in your hands. Especially after small tasks like gardening, lifting or carrying, Greek yogurt, eggs, and turkey breast are among the best protein-rich foods that also support hand integrity. Finally, no discussion would be complete without vitamin D and calcium. These nutrients keep your bones dense and your joints stable. Without enough vitamin D, calcium cannot be properly absorbed. This leaves the small bones in your hands vulnerable to stress fractures, particularly in the thumb and wrist. For older adults, maintaining bone density isn't just about avoiding hip fractures. It's also about preserving the hand strength. You need to brush your teeth, grip a pen, or hold your grandchild's hand. But here's the twist. Even with all these nutrients, the benefits can be undone by just one harmful habit. That's right. Some snacks actively block nutrient absorption or cause inflammation that erodes everything you're trying to protect. And this brings us to the most common mistake seniors make daily: consuming foods that look healthy but quietly sabotage your strength from within. In the next section, we'll uncover those mistakes, starting with one snack you probably ate this week. Stay with me, because correcting these simple habits can restore strength faster than most expect. If this part gave you a new perspective on nutrition, tell me in the comments, how many of these nutrients do you think you're getting each day? And would you like a hand strength checklist? Imagine this. You're doing a crossword puzzle, sorting laundry, or reaching for your coffee mug. These are small actions, simple, second nature. But over time, if your hands feel slower, stiffer, or even painful during these tasks, the reason might not just be age. It could be hidden in the way you live each day. Many older adults unknowingly adopt routines that gradually chip away at their hand strength. It's not because of laziness or lack of discipline. It's because no one ever told them the truth. Doctors rarely ask how you hold your utensils or whether your snacks are spiking inflammation. Yet these seemingly minor details can shape the future of your mobility and independence. Let's begin with a silent but widespread mistake: overusing processed snacks that promote inflammation. Many seniors reach for granola bars, crackers, or light cookies that claim to be healthy. But the truth is, many of these snacks are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, hydrogenated oils, and artificial sweeteners. When consumed regularly, they disrupt your body's natural inflammation balance. And here's the alarming part: chronic, low-grade inflammation targets your joints, especially the small ones in your hands. If you've ever felt your knuckles swollen in the morning or struggled to hold a pen after eating heavily processed snacks the night before, it's no coincidence. These foods can worsen arthritis, reduce grip precision, and increase pain flare-ups. Your hand joints are some of the most sensitive in your body, and they are often the first to show signs of dietary neglect. Another overlooked culprit is a sedentary hand lifestyle. You may walk every day or go to water aerobics, but your hands might remain still for hours. Watching television, reading, or even scrolling on a tablet doesn't engage the intricate hand muscles and tendons. Without regular, intentional motion, stretching, gripping, rotating, your hands lose endurance, speed, and flexibility. Equally dangerous is repetitive stress without recovery. Many seniors engage in crafts, gardening, or computer use, but without warming up or taking breaks. This creates microscopic tears in tendons and overstretches finger ligaments. Unlike the large muscles of the back or legs, your hand tissues have fewer blood vessels, meaning slower healing. Repetition without rest leads to overuse injuries like trigger finger, de Quervain's syndrome, and tendonitis, all of which erode hand strength. Here's another stealthy saboteur: ignoring hydration. Your muscles, including those in your forearms and hands, Rely on adequate water to contract smoothly. Dehydration makes muscle tissue stiff and slows nerve impulses. One Mayo Clinic study found that even mild dehydration in older adults led to reduced hand grip strength by over 10%, enough to turn a safe lift into a dangerous slip. Then there's sleep posture and wrist compression. Many seniors unknowingly curl their hands under pillows or sleep with bent wrists, cutting off circulation for hours. This can compress nerves like the median nerve, the one involved in carpal tunnel syndrome, leading to numbness, tingling, or early morning weakness. If you wake up shaking your hands or massaging stiff fingers, your sleep habits may be stealing your strength. Finally, stress and poor breathing habits affect hand function more than most people imagine. Shallow breathing reduces oxygen flow to extremities, including your hands. Chronic stress tightens muscles, shortens ligaments, and increases cortisol, a hormone that breaks down tissue. The result? Cold, clumsy, or trembling hands, even when you're not doing anything strenuous. The good news? All of these habits are reversible, but first you have to become aware. Begin by asking yourself, am I choosing snacks with whole anti-inflammatory ingredients? Do I regularly move and stretch my fingers and wrists? Have I been drinking enough water, not just coffee or juice? Do I sleep in ways that promote circulation to my hands? In the next section, we will shift gears. You'll learn which foods not only fight inflammation but actually strengthen the muscles, joints, and nerves in your hands. And we will reveal a snack replacement that satisfies cravings while boosting mobility. Tell me below, what snack do you reach for most often? And do you think it might be helping or hurting your hand health? Now that we've uncovered the silent saboteurs behind weakening hands, it's time for hope. Yes, there is a solution, and it's not found in a pill or a fancy supplement. It's already in your kitchen or just a grocery trip away. Food is medicine, and for the muscles, nerves, and joints in your hands, certain foods act like daily therapy, nourishing, repairing, and even reversing damage.
Here, we reveal 5 hand-strengthening foods every senior should eat.
How they work, and the best ways to incorporate them into your daily routine. Let's begin with a powerhouse, wild-caught salmon. This oily fish is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in joints and improve circulation in the tiny blood vessels of your hands. That means less stiffness, better range of motion, and more strength when gripping, lifting, or writing. Omega-3s also enhance nerve function, supporting quicker reaction times and steadier hand control. For best results, aim to enjoy 2 servings per week. Grilled or baked, not fried. If fresh salmon is out of reach, canned wild salmon is an affordable, nutrient-rich option. Add it to salads, sandwiches, or pair it with roasted sweet potatoes for a double win. Next is Greek yogurt, a silent champion in muscle repair. Why? Because it's rich in casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that fuels muscles while you sleep. Your hands work all day. Even small motions create tiny tears in the muscles of your fingers and wrists. Greek yogurt helps them heal. It's also packed with calcium and vitamin D, which protect your hand bones from brittleness and fracture. Try eating it in the evening. Just a half cup with a few blueberries and walnuts makes a perfect nighttime snack for joint repair and better sleep. Avoid flavored versions with added sugar. Look for plain or vanilla low-fat Greek yogurt and sweeten it naturally with cinnamon or fresh fruit. Don't forget eggs, nature's protein capsule. 1 egg offers about 6 grams of high-quality protein, plus vitamin B12 and choline, both critical for nerve transmission and hand coordination. Seniors often struggle to absorb B12 through food, so eggs provide an easy-to-digest source. Poached, boiled, or scrambled, they're versatile and satisfying. Aim for 5 to 7 eggs per week, unless otherwise advised by your physician. Pair them with spinach or avocado for an anti-inflammatory breakfast that supports both your muscles and your brain. Now let's talk about walnuts, a brain and hand food. They contain alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that reduces joint inflammation. But that's not all. Walnuts also offer magnesium, which prevents cramps and tremors, especially if your hands tend to shake with exertion. You only need a handful, about 7 halves per day, to make a difference. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or eat them as a snack instead of processed crackers. Just be sure to store them in the fridge to keep the oils from turning rancid. Lastly, let's restore a food unfairly labeled as bad, sweet potatoes. Often overlooked, these orange roots are rich in potassium, beta-carotene, and fiber. Potassium is essential for hand muscle contractions, Beta-carotene reduces oxidative stress on your joints, and fiber supports gut health, which influences nutrient absorption. Without it, all these good foods won't be used effectively. Bake, mash, or roast sweet potatoes with a pinch of cinnamon. Eat them at lunch or dinner to support sustained energy and joint flexibility. Before we wrap up, let's revisit the snack to avoid: salted roasted peanuts and commercial peanut butter. These products often contain added hydrogenated oils and excess omega-6 fats, which fuel inflammation. They also carry traces of aflatoxins, mold toxins that can impair liver function and increase joint pain in sensitive individuals. If you enjoy nut spreads, opt for almond butter or walnut butter, unsweetened with no added oils. Quick summary for your hand health pantry. Eat wild salmon twice weekly for omega-3 support. Enjoy Greek yogurt in the evening for muscle recovery. Add eggs to your mornings for protein and nerve health. Snack on walnuts daily for inflammation control. Include sweet potatoes in your dinners for potassium and healing. Avoid store-bought peanut butter, processed snacks, and anything with added trans fats. In the next section, we'll go beyond the kitchen. You'll learn specific hand exercises, sleep adjustments, and physical therapy movements that restore strength and mobility, especially if arthritis, tremors, or neuropathy have already set in. Tell me in the comments, what's one food you eat daily, and how do you think it affects your hand strength? Let's now turn our attention from the kitchen to your daily routine, because food alone cannot rebuild your hand strength. While nutrition lays the foundation, it is movement, sleep, and therapy that activate the repair process and truly make your hands stronger. Let's begin with one truth. If you don't use your hands purposefully each day, you will lose function fast. The hands are complex systems made up of 27 bones, 34 muscles, and over 100 ligaments and tendons. And unlike the legs, your hands aren't moving unless you consciously engage them. That's why gentle, consistent exercise is not optional. It's your first line of defense against weakness. Start with a simple daily grip strengthening routine. 1. Towel squeeze. Roll a soft hand towel into a tube.
Squeeze it as hard as comfortably possible, hold for 5 seconds, and release.
Repeat this 10 times with each hand. This builds both grip strength and joint flexibility. 2. Rubber band finger extensions. Place a rubber band around your fingers and slowly open your hand, stretching the band outward. This motion strengthens the extensor muscles on the top of your hand and wrist, often neglected yet crucial for balance and coordination. Eat warm water. Hand soaks. Before any hand movement, soak your hands in warm water for 5 to 10 minutes. This softens tissue, reduces inflammation, and prepares your joints for motion, especially if you have arthritis. Now let's look at wrist mobility, often overlooked in seniors. Your wrist acts as the hinge for most hand actions, from holding a fork to lifting a bag. To improve mobility, wrist circles. Extend your arm in front of you and slowly rotate your wrist in a full circle. Perform 10 circles clockwise, then counterclockwise. Do this twice daily. Wall push-ups. Stand at arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat and slowly bend your elbows to bring your nose close to the wall. Push back. This gentle movement strengthens wrists and forearms. But your effort shouldn't stop when the day ends. Sleep habits also impact hand strength, particularly if you experience tingling, numbness, or early morning stiffness. Seniors often unknowingly curl their hands beneath pillows or sleep with bent wrists, compressing nerves for hours. To combat this, use a wrist brace at night to maintain a neutral hand position. This helps reduce pressure on the median nerve, especially helpful if you've been diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome or diabetic neuropathy. Choose a supportive pillow that keeps your arms slightly elevated and relaxed, not tucked tightly against your chest. Next, consider integrating hand-focused physical therapy tools. You don't need a therapist to get started, just simple items at home. Therapy putty. Squeeze, roll, or pinch it to improve strength and dexterity. Choose a resistance level that challenges but does not hurt. Hand exercise balls. Use soft foam or silicone balls to work the palm and finger muscles. This improves blood flow and supports muscle tone. Finger ladders or pegboards. These tools help seniors recover fine motor skills, especially after strokes or prolonged joint stiffness. You may be wondering, how often should I do these? Here's the key. Consistency beats intensity. Just 10-15 minutes daily spread throughout the day can lead to measurable improvements in 3 to 4 weeks. It's not about straining your hands, It's about keeping them alive with motion. But we must also mention one more critical factor: breathing and posture. Shallow breathing deprives your hands of oxygen. Slumped shoulders restrict nerve flow down the arms. So make it a point, every hour, to sit up straight, pull your shoulders back, and take 5 deep breaths, filling your lungs fully and letting your ribcage expand. This posture allows blood and oxygen to nourish your arms and hands. Finally, remember, if you experience sharp pain, visible swelling, or loss of sensation, always consult a physician or physical therapist. These exercises are preventive and restorative, but not a replacement for medical care. In the final section, we'll pull it all together. You'll get a 7-day action plan to boost hand strength, a quick recap of everything we've covered, and a powerful call to action that might just inspire someone you love. Before we go there, how are your hands feeling right now? Stiff, strong, or somewhere in between? Let us know in the comments below. You may encourage someone else to begin their own journey to stronger hands. We've come a long way together. From uncovering hidden dietary threats to exploring the exact nutrients, habits, and exercises that support stronger, more dependable hands, one truth has emerged clearly. Your hands can get stronger at any age. Starting today, hand weakness is not a life sentence. It is not a consequence you must accept. It is a signal, a gentle but urgent message from your body. And now you know what to do about it. Let's revisit what we've learned. You now understand how processed snacks, particularly those containing hydrogenated oils, excess omega-6 fats, added sugars, and preservatives, create inflammation, disrupt circulation, and quietly rob your hand muscles of power. You've learned which nutrients, magnesium, vitamin B6, omega-3s, protein, and calcium, play vital roles in muscle function, nerve health, and joint flexibility. And you've gained simple, practical strategies to rebuild strength through exercise. Wrist support, hydration, posture, and rest. But awareness alone changes nothing. Action does. That's why I want to leave you with a simple but powerful 7-day action plan to set your hands on a path to healing. You can begin this plan no matter your age, current strength, or physical condition. Your 7-day hand strength revival plan. Day 1. Eliminate processed snacks containing hydrogenated oils or excess sugar. Replace them with Greek yogurt and walnuts. Perform 5 minutes of towel squeeze exercises. Day 2. Add 1 serving of wild-caught salmon to lunch or dinner. Stretch wrists and do rubber band finger extensions. End your day with a warm water hand soak. Day 3. Eat a breakfast with eggs and sautéed spinach. Use a wrist brace during sleep and elevate hands on a pillow. Practice deep breathing every 2 hours. Day 4. Do wall push-ups, 10 reps, followed by wrist circles. For snacks, choose sweet potato mash with cinnamon. Focus on upright posture throughout the day. Day 5. Review your vitamin D and B12 intake. Include fortified dairy or consider supplements after consulting your physician. Practice gentle putty therapy for 10 minutes. Day 6. Reassess your grip. Use a soft ball or foam roller for slow squeezes. Prepare avocado toast on whole grain bread for lunch. Hydrate with water, not just tea or coffee. Day 7. Write a note by hand or complete a puzzle to engage fine motor skills. Reflect on the changes you've noticed. Comment below and share your experience. Consistency, not perfection, is the goal. Some days you may only manage 1 or 2 steps, and that's okay. What matters is that you are moving forward, one small grip at a time. Now I ask you, what will you do today to protect the strength in your hands? What snack will you replace? What habit will you change? What exercise will you try? Drop your answers in the comments below. If you're over 55, tell us your age and whether you've experienced changes in your hand strength in the past year. You are not alone. When you share, you help others find the courage to act too. If this content inspired you or taught you something new, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. It's the best way to ensure more people, just like you, gain the tools to age with confidence, control, and vitality. And finally, remember this: your independence is in your hands, literally. With knowledge, daily care, and nourishing habits, your hands can once again hold strength, stability, and everything you love most in life. Let's strengthen together.